The first step in my morning routine is to get the laundry switched over to the dryer, and thankfully the dryer is empty. If you ever feel behind before you even get started, you're going to feel right at home here. Oh, and by the way, my name's Karen. If you're new here, I welcome you to my home. And for those returning, I thank you so much for coming back and visiting with me today. Most of this video is the I'm not dressed, my hair's not done, and my makeup's not on version of my morning. Last night I went out birthday shopping for my daughter. I came home to a bit of a mess and I decided to leave it till the morning. You know how that works. Here's my cat Woozy. He's staked his claim to my bed. Let's see if I can win the Woozy battle today. On this day, he's all ready for me with some reinforcements. I'm going to send her to get her schoolwork done and we'll see what happens. Look at him. He's all comfortable there. It's time to make the bed, Woozy. Oh, he's getting up, he's getting up, he's getting down. He's going to let me make the bed. Today I won. This morning I got up and going at about 7:30 in the morning, which is actually late for me. The kids come down to get going on schoolwork at about 8 o'clock in the morning, and they might need me as early as 8:30. They're quite independent. The youngest is 14, but you just never know, and I do like to have a little bit of breathing space. So I decided to wait to make my breakfast until I could get a few things done, and so let's see how long it actually takes me to get to that breakfast. When I got home last night, I just threw my clothes on the chair, and so now I'm going to get that stuff put away as well. I literally broke all the rules of nighttime routine, but I've never been one who's too good at having a good nighttime routine other than just getting myself showered and ready for bed, because I'm usually pretty tired at night. My energy comes to me in the morning. I've laid out my clothes that I'm going to wear today, but I'm going to head into the kitchen, and as you can see, my kitchen is quite a mess. And unfortunately, it's just now dawning on me that I needed to write out a Spanish quiz because the curriculum I use doesn't have any tests. So this mess is going to be literally pushed to the side so that I can get that Spanish quiz ready. At this point, I look calm on the outside, but I'm actually a little bit stressed and a little bit harried, kind of overwhelmed, because this was not how I planned to spend my morning, and I was already behind, and then I realized I need to write a quiz. How do you handle a messy, busy morning? I would love it if you would share in the comment section below. I'm always looking for new suggestions for myself, and I know it would be a help to others who are reading down there. So now my Spanish quiz is done, and I can move on to cleaning up the kitchen. I'm just starting literally on one far end of the kitchen, and I'm going to make my way around the kitchen. Usually this stuff is done for me at night. Usually the kids take care of all the dishes and they clean the floors and also the counter, stove, and island. But people were meal prepping last night and my kitchen was in use until about 10 o'clock at night. And so the people who normally do this type of cleanup were already sleeping. Sometimes you just gotta get up and take care of business and be thankful you can make it into a cleaning video. I do have encouraging words I like to tell myself whenever I wake up to a mess and things are confusing and it's too busy for me and I'm completely overwhelmed. The first thing I do when it's first thing in the morning is I dive into my morning routine. I don't start by trying to play catch up. I start with my normal routine. And so the first thing that I did was to empty that washing machine so that the kids could be putting in their dirty clothes. Because I got a late start to the morning, I didn't get through my entire morning routine, before people were already eating their breakfast and putting their dishes in the sink. Normally, part of my morning routine is to empty the dishwasher so that my dishwasher is ready whenever people eat and they can be putting their dishes right in the dishwasher. I could have done the washing machine and then gone and done the dishwasher instead of my bed, but I was already behind and I knew myself well enough to know that I would not have gotten to the bed. So I decided to go ahead and make my bed so that I knew it would get done. So second, I try not to look ahead at all of the things that aren't done. Whenever I'm feeling anxious, part of my anxiety is looking into the future, even if it's in the next minute, and I'm piling up all the things that need to be done that day into one moment, and it really gets my anxiety going. Next, I'm going to focus solely on what I'm doing in the moment without rushing. Honestly, I rarely get ahead by rushing. There's times when I can be completely in the zone and I'm zipping around the house doing great, but if I'm already feeling like I should be way farther ahead than I am, really rushing only makes it worse, and then I get frustrated and normally grouchy. Admittedly, last night when I got home from shopping and I was really tired, I wasn't thinking about the fact that I had a Spanish quiz to write and that I would have extra laundry in the morning. Perhaps I would have changed things if I would have thought that way, but it does me no good to dwell on it now. I just need to focus on each thing at hand. And then, of course, as a homeschool mom, I'm going to be taking breaks on those things to help people when they're having a problem with their schoolwork. And yes, that's Candy that you're seeing in the morning around the computer. Now that I've helped my daughter with her math and I've switched over that laundry, I am finally getting the dishwasher emptied, but that's okay. The other thing I like to tell myself is that it's okay if I can't get everything done. There's nothing I'm currently doing that can't wait for another time. Yes, the mess will keep building up and it will become bigger, but it's really okay. It all gets done in the end at some point if it is my goal to get it done. Now let me tell you, as I put my silverware away, you can see those little plastic rectangular storage boxes, those things. I got those at the Dollar Tree and I just love them for silverware because you can move them all around. If one is dirty, it's easy to take one out and wipe it out instead of an entire silverware tray. I have loved having those, and then if it breaks, it's usually just one of those little compartments and I can easily go to the Dollar Tree and grab myself another one. Those have been a great investment, and that didn't even end up being an investment because it was only $1 a box. Now that I've got my dishwasher emptied, I can get it filled up again, and this is where I really start to feel like I'm making some headway. Now that I'm getting the dishes in the dishwasher, now that the kitchen is clean, the laundry is rolling and coming in and out as it should, my bed is made, the kids are going on their homeschool routine. Now, it would be really easy for me still to let the overwhelm of the morning continue. Sometimes it's actually good, even if you don't have a to-do list, to have a to-done list. Every time you finish a task, write it down on a list. Then, even though you might feel like you're behind, even though there might be a lot of things that you need to get done still in the day, you can look at that list and see how far you've come, because sometimes when we're behind, it doesn't matter how much work we do, we still feel like we've done nothing because we're behind. But if we're writing a list of all the things we have accomplished and then we're feeling tired, we can look at the list and at least understand why we're tired. And as we write on that list, there is a little bit of congratulations that's going on in our heads, even if we don't have time to completely celebrate it. This is the pan rack I made, and I use under my stairs going down into the basement as storage. Now it's 10:23 already. I had just said I was feeling like I was almost there and I was really getting things done, feeling good about it. My husband just got a break, and so he's making himself some breakfast. This is just the way it is when you're taking care of a home, is that as you're getting things cleaned up, people are coming behind you and messing things up. There's nothing you can do about it. They have to live too. You just have to roll with it. And I have to admit, I'm not always great at rolling with it. Now I notice that my husband left his pan on. You can see that look of frustration on my face, but that's okay. I take the pan off, and now I'm going through the mail. He's going to come over here and help me a little bit. And you can see Woozy has staked his claim. That's the other half of the mail I have to go through, and he has laid himself on it because he's a cat and he saw a shape on the island and he decided if it fits, I must sit. So there he is, and we'll see what happens when I need to get the mail out from under him. Oh, yep, see, he's not in the mood for a fight today. He's just going to go have a snack of his own. And my daughter Ava is at the table working on composition, and that is a good tip too if you are schooling kids at home, is to bring someone in the room with you that might need help. Not the kind of help like math where you have to be pointing at things, but if you just need to chat about assignments and such, it just works really well to have them in whatever room you're in, even if that means cleaning up a little bit around them. It's worth it. In fact, whenever I had a child in a high chair and I really needed to get some cleaning done when they were awake, I would put something that was entertaining, some toys or something on their little tray of their high chair, and I would just drag that high chair around each room where I was cleaning. Now here's my husband's little dessert from his breakfast. He's having some peanut butter and toast. I'm just getting that ready for him so that I can get it up and out of the way. Now the laundry is ready to be switched over again. I'm almost done with that as well. I think my step tracker that day said I had walked 1.64 miles just in this footage that you're seeing in this particular video. And I don't have a big house. It was completely just going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Let me tell you, I am counting that as a workout. Now that I've touched each room, gotten my morning routine done, I've helped my kids with their homeschooling, I'm finally going to do something about this hair and get some makeup on because my girls and I are actually going out to do a little bit more birthday shopping here in just a little bit. Okay, that is much better. And now I can take a moment and get myself dressed. Ta-da! I am actually ready for the day. And there's the laundry pile that's waiting for me, and I can see that as a pile or I can see that as progress. I need to do a little bit more homeschooling, and look, there's that Halloween candy, and someone's got some hot cocoa going, and now I am finally going to make my breakfast, and yes, it is lunchtime. It is about 11:30, but it does look good, and now I can say I did some intermittent fasting today. If you can relate to my morning, tap the thumbs up and subscribe for more real-life encouragement from someone daily facing the crazy too, and share with a friend that you think might also need some encouragement. Remember, keep paddling, and remember, God loves you, and I love you too, and I can't wait to see you next time.